Hello students, this lecture is for them who wants to pursue agriculture as a career, who are in the first year of undergraduate program and who are appearing the first UG class or undergraduate class of agriculture. So in this video I am sharing with you what agriculture really means, what agriculture is, and what are the subjects in agriculture, how they are interlinked, and in UG 4-year course, undergraduate 4-year course, what are you going to read, what are you going to learn. All those things I will be sharing with you in this particular lecture. So that's why in the thumbnail you must have seen the title Agriculture, the first lecture. So let's begin. So you have to concentrate on this lecture because this is very important lecture in your 4-year of graduation program. If you are getting this lecture, if you are trying to understand all the things I am going to share with you, then you will be definitely excel in your agriculture in your 4-year program. Okay, so let's begin. So let me just write here agriculture. Okay, so first thing I must want to know from you, why you are planning for agriculture as a career option. Why, if you have joined for agriculture for B.Sc AG program, then why you opted for agriculture? So just answer me in whatever just coming to your mind, just answer me that. So you might be thinking by agriculture I can produce crop, or I can learn how to produce crop, I can manage a farm or field, okay, I can earn more, I can do organic farming or other enterprises to produce more and for more economic benefit. Okay, you can say agriculture is more job opportunities there in agriculture, more job opportunities there in agriculture. So these are some of the, someone might say ki I have a keen interest on agriculture from the very beginning, keen interest on agriculture. So these are some of the possible reasons why you have joined agriculture. So let's just discuss what agriculture is. If you will break this word agriculture, then you will get to know this word was derived from Latin word ager and cultura. Latin word ager and cultura. Ager means soil and cultura means to cultivate. Ager means soil and cultura means to cultivate. So from this word, from this terminology, we can get this is the process of soil cultivation or cultivation of the soil, but this is beyond this. Okay, so let me just tell you, agriculture not only encompasses crop management, it also encompasses or it also include different enterprises such as forestry, fisheries, then livestock, okay, then agroforestry, okay, then sericulture, apiculture, everything. Okay, everything related to agriculture, that means agriculture and allied science, all together they are called agriculture. So basically what is our aim in agriculture? See, when I say agriculture, mostly we think this is the study about crop growth and how optimally or how economically we can grow more crop, okay, from unit quantity of unit land area. So that is the prime goal of agriculture. But why to go for crop or cropping or the cultivation practices? Because directly or indirectly, you will agree with me, directly or indirectly we depends on crops for our day-to-day survival or for our day-to-day food. Why? Because crops or plants, they are the photoautotropic organism. They utilize solar radiation to convert that radiant energy into chemical energy or into a usable form of energy, and they store it inside their body after the metabolic requirement of themselves. Okay, they store that energy in their body, like in economic form or in residual form, and which on which we depend on. We means we animal who cannot get their own food. Okay, we depend on the food that is produced by the plant and the photoautotrophic organism. Plants are basically the photoautotrophic organisms, except few plants, those are parasitic in nature. Directly or indirectly. Directly means some vegetarians that they directly consume the plant food. Then some non-vegetarian, they also consume the animal food, but animals, those animals we consume, they directly or indirectly depends on again the vegetation. So these are the organisms on which we depend. Then these are the backbone. The agriculture is the backbone of many developing nations. The agriculture is the backbone of, one is dependent on food, another one is backbone of different underdeveloped or developing nation. Like you can see during COVID time, the economic sector or the industrial as well as manufacturing sector went down in India itself, I am talking about, but the agriculture system sustained. This is the backbone, right? This contributes a huge portion to Indian GDP, right? It's around 15 to 20%. So it is the backbone of our nation. So when agriculture fell, then the total nation will fail. Okay, so that is another part. So this is altogether what is agriculture. Agriculture, our main aim is to harvest maximum solar radiation, because we directly or indirectly depends on the plant. Okay, but not all the plants. We do not depend on all the plants for our daily food requirement. We depend on some specific type of plant. Okay, so under that, under the kingdom Plantae, the organism are called plants. So from these all the plants present in the kingdom Plantae or in our environment or in the world, some specific plants we cultivate them or we grow them in a confined boundary or a defined boundary with certain care. What I said, among all this plant community, we cultivate certain amount or certain number of plants in a confined boundary or a large proportion or large boundary with certain care, with proper care, to harvest more or to produce more using some external input, labor, capital, all the resources. We try to produce more from that confined boundary, and that is utilizable by us, or they are being grown for a specific requirement. Okay, so where did these plants came from? They came from, we have selected or we have domesticated these plants or wild plants. These are basically, these were the wild plants. We gradually knew the beneficially aspect of those type of plants, what they are capable of. Then we tried to cultivate, we tried to domesticate those plants, and those are in future they are regarded as our crop plants. Okay, acha, there are other type of plants are there. In crop field we found some of the plants, those are not intentionally, or we are not growing that plant, they are invading our crop field. Those other kind of plants, they compete with our main crop plant for all the resources like water, nutrient, okay, etc., space, etc. Those are called unwanted plants or weeds. Those are called unwanted plants or weeds. So this is about how plant is related, or how plant, what is the relevance of plant, then how crop plant evolved, then what is weed. We knew about it. Then coming, then let's discuss what are the subjects and what are their relevance in agriculture. In agriculture actually we have several subjects. In agriculture we have so many, or number of subjects we have. Okay, first one is agronomy. Second, soil science. Agronomy, that means the management of the field or farm, the management of the soil, okay, that is agronomy. Soil science, mostly we do farming above the soil, okay, we dependent on the soil for farming activity. Can the crop cultivation be done without soil? Yes, of course it can be done by hydroponics, aeroponics, but that is not sustainable. Okay, so soil science. Then horticulture. I will discuss one by one what these subjects are and what is their relevance. Okay, then plant genetics and breeding, genetics and plant breeding, genetics and plant breeding. Then seed science, crop physiology, then agricultural pathology, then agricultural entomology. Okay, then agricultural plant biotechnology, then agricultural engineering, then agricultural economics, agricultural extension. Anything left? Okay, so these are all total some of the subjects you will read in this 4-year of course. Okay, so let's discuss one by one what are all these courses and how it is relevant for agriculture. See, when we look at agriculture, this is nothing but a kind of management system or system management. Okay, so system means if you will see one company or any system, suppose human system, human body is a system. So system means some interacting or interdependent components are there in a system. They are interdependent, and if they are not interdependent, that is not a system. Interdependent, and the total operational or total activity or total efficiency of the system depends on individual component, how they are working, how they are interrelated, how optimally they are being utilized. Okay, so agriculture is also a system. There we take crop, we take different other enterprises like livestock, we take soil, we take different resources like water, capital, labor, everything. So if the system, we want to produce more from the system, we want to understand, we must understand what is the science behind that system, how the components of the system, they are interlinked. Unless and until you know that, you cannot gain more profit from that system, you cannot obtain more production from that system, right? So we must understand all these concepts on all these aspects of this agriculture system to manage our system effectively and to produce more. So what this agronomy tells? This tells, one of my professor he explained to us ki agronomy means, what does it mean? Literally agronomy means the plant is saying grow know me, you come to me, you grow me and you know me. So by growing the crop, you will know the crop better. Okay, unless and until you do the practical, you grow the crop, you cannot judge the system, you cannot know about the system. So agronomy is basically, it was derived from Greek word agros and nomos, agros and nomos. So agros means field or farm, nomos means to manage. Agros means field or farm, nomos means to manage. So where we grow the crop, where we rear the livestock, in the farm itself. And here agronomy was derived from Greek word agros and nomos, so farm and management. So what we need to manage in the farm? We need to manage the available resources, the required resources for proper crop production to sustain that system, agriculture system in our farm. What are those resources? The soil is the resource, the crop is the resource, the seed is the resource, the water is the resource, the fertilizer is the resource, the agrochemical are the resource. So there are several resources available in the farm which we utilize to produce more, to produce economical gain. Okay, so those resources we have to manage optimally to produce more, with the aim of producing more from unit input or unit area. That is the basic concept of agronomy. So we have to manage those resources in the farm. We have to manage the resources like soil, we have to manage the crop, we have to manage the inputs, we have to manage. That is the basic aim of agronomy. Next one is soil science. So in soil science, you will learn how the soil being developed, the weathering phenomena, how the soil is being developed, what are the properties of the soil. Properties means physical property, what is the texture, what is the structure, what is the compactness of the soil, what is the porosity, aeration, temperature, soil water. These are the physical properties of the soil, how they affect the crop growth, because half of the crop it is below the soil. That means root system, total root system is under the soil or in the soil system. So their activity mostly depend on the soil property, or even the crop take off water and nutrient from the soil. It takes off water and nutrient from the soil. So total system of the crop, it depends on soil. If the soil is healthier, then the crop will be healthier. If the soil is of poor quality, then the crop cannot sustain there. Okay. So soil physical property, how it affect the crop growth. Soil chemical properties like soil pH, the nutrient availability, the salinity, how it affects the crop growth. Soil biological property like soil microflora, macroflora, microfauna, macroflora. There are several microbes present in the soil, how they affect the nutrient dynamics of the soil, how they affect the root system, how they affect the plant growth. Those things you will cover, it will be covered in the soil. Then soil management. So if the soil is acidic, if the soil is saline, how to interpret it and how to manage this soil, whether we should apply any amendment or whether how we can reclaim that soil, how we can gain its original productive potential of the soil. So those things will be covered in soil science. Then horticulture deals with the fruits, vegetables, flowers, the medicinal and aromatic plants, then spices, condiments, then post harvest technology or post harvest management. All these things will be covered in horticulture. So there are different branches: pomology, olericulture, then post harvest technologies, and different branches are there. So you will basically learn about fruit crop, vegetable crops, flower crops, and all those things in horticulture. Their management, their production strategy, everything will be covered in horticulture. Then plant breeding and genetics. See, here I am saying you can so in Hindu scripture we have three gods. All of you know that: Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwar. Brahma is the creator. So you can relate the plant breeders as the creator. These are the creator because they help to develop different they use different breeding technology and they develop new varieties of our desired character. So they create new varieties or new cultivar of the desired character. Suppose you want a hybrid seed, that means the high yielding potential seed, then there is possibility the plant breeder can do it. They combine two different species and they develop one variety that is having high productive potential. So breeding techniques you will be learn. Okay. Then different insect and disease resistant variety that can be developed by plant breeding. Okay. So in genetics you will learn about heredity, the gene transfer. Then in plant breeding you will know about crossing over and the selection and crossing over and all. So that is the Brahma. Okay, you can relate it with that. Vishnu, the manager, that means they manage or they guide. Okay, so Vishnu is the agronomist people. Okay, so they manage the resource in the farm, like that Vishnu manages everything in the earth. So Vishnu, you can relate the agronomist people as Vishnu. Then Shivji, you can say the destroyer, but he is always not the destroyer, he is the protector. Okay, so you can say plant pathologist and plant entomologist. Pathologist and entomologist, they are, you can see, you can relate with Shivji because they protect the crops from different pathogens like bacteria, virus, and fungus, then different insect pests which are attacking the plants in the field. So they are the protector. Okay, you can correlate the pathologist and entomologist with Shivji. Okay, so this is just for the sake of correlation or something like is for easy understanding, but this is nothing to do with all these gods of Hindu scripture. But in this way you can correlate the things, right? Then seed science and technology. So seed science and technology basically deals with the seed germination, then seed dormancy, then how to break the dormancy, then different seed certification process and all. So you will be that will be covered by seed science paper. Then crop physiology, you will understand the physiological function in the crop, the growth regulator. Okay, unless and until you know how the plant is growing, what are the factors affecting different physiological process, how mineral nutrition happen, then you cannot grow it effectively. Okay, so every subject has its specific role. You cannot just neglect one subject and you cannot excel in agriculture, right? So you have to know everything. Agricultural pathology or plant pathology. So basically the microbes, they affect the crop for negatively, and how these microbes like bacteria, fungus and virus, how these microbes they affect the crop, and how to protect our crop from these microbes. That is the basic objective of agricultural or plant pathology. Then agricultural entomology. So there are different insect pests out there which affect the crop growth and development. So how to protect these crops or our desired crops from different insect pests, that is the basic things you will learn in agricultural entomology. What are the aspects? Then agricultural plant biotechnology, there we will learn about different gene modification, gene pool or gene transfer technology, DNA fingerprinting, and so many things like different rapid breeding techniques and all you will learn in agricultural plant biotechnology. Then agricultural engineering. So we use different instruments or agricultural tools in our farm for plowing, for harvesting, for sowing, different aspect. We use different implements. So how to design those implements for effective cultivation practice, how to manage those implements, that is the role of agricultural engineering. They design different instruments that can be efficiently used in the farm for producing more. Recent example, that is zero till seed drill. Okay, zero till seed drill, that means if the residues are there in the field or zero till condition, how we can sow the seeds, that was developed. Okay, so there are different tools and machineries being developed for effective farm management. Then agricultural economics. You know, in any system, if it is not productive enough, if it is not profitable enough, why farmer will go for that system, that agriculture system? So to make farmer more profitable, agricultural economics play a crucial role. They can link the farm with the market as well. Okay, so marketing, the least cost combination, which resources we use in the farm, in what combination, so that it will be more productive or more profitable, that things came into play by agricultural economics, the subject. Okay, so farm budgeting and all, profit loss statement, that will be taken care by agricultural economics. Then agricultural extension, how you will interact with the farmers. Okay, different types of farmers there, how you will proceed and interact with the farmer, how you will train the farmer, how you will demonstrate the farmers different technology effectively. Then how to link the farmers or farming community with the research station or scientists, that is the main role of agricultural extension. Okay, so there are different subjects you are going to learn in this 4-year course. Different subjects have different scope, different objectives, different ideas, principles, so you have to learn a lot of things. Okay, to know total agriculture. Okay, to manage the farm effectively. So in first year itself, there are some basic courses are there, and fundamental courses are there. So you must concentrate on your study in the first year, because unless and until you know the fundamental of everything, you cannot proceed to the theoretical that will be covered, or the crop aspect or application aspect that will be covered in second year or third year. Okay, in second year you will know the mostly theoretical part, and in third year you will apply them in the field. Okay, you will raise yourself different crops and you will protect that crops from different pathogens or different biotic and abiotic stress. In fourth year you will visit to the farmer's field, you will train the farmer different technology. So unless and until your fundamental or foundation course is strong, you cannot excel in those future steps like application part and training part. Okay, so to be one good agriculturist, you must concentrate on the fundamental or foundation. You must look it beyond the skies, like bird's eye view, or above the or beyond the system. You have to look into the total system. Okay, if you will be in the system and you will look surrounding to yourself, then you will find nothing. If you will move outside and you will see, you will have a clear cut idea. Okay, this system is linking, this component is linking with this component like this. Okay, so for example, a farmer is trying to raise a crop. Okay, a farmer is trying to raise a crop. So what should be our suggestion? Our suggestion should be, first thing is the crop selection. First thing is the crop selection. So the farmer, he just asked you ki, what should I grow and how should I proceed for the growth, for the production of this crop, okay, any crop. Suppose first thing, you must ensure the proper crop selection. So which crop the farmer should take, first thing. So it depends on farmer expertise, okay, farmer's expertise on which crop the farmer is having knowledge. Then the ecology or environment of the that particular where the farmer present or where the farmer reside, what is the environmental situation, whether it is suitable for that crop or not, it is suitable for which type of crop. Then the soil condition, then the resources available with the farmers, all these factors affect the crop selection. Then after crop selection, the variety selection came into play. Variety selection, which type of variety or which variety the farmer should select, whether it is a high yielding variety he should select, whether it is a disease or insect resistant variety he should select, whether it is drought resistant variety he should select, which type of variety the farmer should select, that come into play. Then crop selection is over, variety selection is over, which cropping system he should pursue in his farm, like after this crop what crop he will raise, that is another thing. Then how he should plow the field, or that is called plowing or loosening of the soil, is called tillage. So there are different tillage methods are there, the different methods of plowing are there in the field to prepare a good seed bed, or different objectives are also there for plowing, and different type of tillage are there, okay, different tillage instruments are there, implements are there, you have to learn about them for efficient management, okay. Then after tillage, you have to sow the seed. Suppose this is the field, you have to sow the seed. Sow the seed means there are different types of sowing methods are there, broadcasting, drilling, dibbling, line sowing, so many types of sowings are there for different crops. Which crop sowing method is suitable for which crop, which crop sowing method will be taken up by the farmer, that will be more effective, that the farmer must know, okay. Then during sowing, you have selected the sowing method, then during sowing, what should be the spacing, line to line spacing the farmer will provide, what should be the plant to plant spacing for optimum plant population, what should be the spacing the farmer should provide. If the spacing is there, at what depth the farmer should place the seed, whether the surface seeding will be done 1 to 2 centimeter or the 5 to 8 centimeter depth the farmer should place the seed. If it is transplanting the seedling, then what should be the depth of optimum depth of transplanting the seedling. These things will should taken care of, okay. Then after sowing of or planting of the crop, you must need to irrigate the field. Irrigate means external application of water. The seed must be the sowing, after sowing there must be irrigation, because generally the after tillage the soil loses moisture. Then if the soil is dry, the seed will not germinate properly, because for germination, for initiation of the germination, water is necessary. So what is the mechanism? So first thing is the seed will imbibe the water, then there will be secretion of gibberellic acid, the gibberellic acid will activate the hydrolytic enzymes like lipase, glucosidase, then this protease, these are the hydrolytic enzymes will be secreted in the seed. Those hydrolytic enzymes then simplify the complex biomolecule, which simplified nutrients will be helping the radicle and plumule to grow. So there will be emergence of the crop. So for proper emergence of the crop, you must irrigate, give one irrigation. Then during the crop growth as well, you need continuous irrigation, or as per the requirement you need to irrigate. So when to irrigate, how to irrigate, how much quantity to irrigate, that you must ensure, or the farmers must know at what stage he should give the irrigation, how much quantity of irrigation required for which crop, okay, how many times the farmer should irrigate. This depends on several factors and the farmers must be aware about it, okay. Then nutrient management is important, okay. Nutrient management means if the soil is not having enough quantity of nutrient, it is not providing enough quantity of nutrient, then there will be different deficiency symptom will be shown by the crop. So we have to identify that deficiency symptom, and accordingly we have to apply the nutrients in the field. either through fertilizer or through manure or through spraying. Okay, different nutrients must be. So what are those nutrients, what are the source of nutrient, how to prepare compost, how to use the fertilizer, how to apply those fertilizer, how to calculate the fertilizer dose, all those things the farmer must aware of. Okay, then there are different other plants, they grow near our desired plant, those are called weeds. Okay, we have to remove those weeds by different techniques, or manual weeding or chemical weeding, or different cultural weeding practices we must follow, we must ensure for proper weed management, because weeds are the silent killer, they silently take up all the resources that is available for the crop growth. So they compete with the crop for different resources, we have to take care of that aspect as well. Okay, then there are other factors affect the crop growth we have to take care of. Then the harvesting technique, what is the proper harvesting time, what is the proper harvesting technique, all those things will be covered by in the agronomy section. Then all like this is one part, that is just agronomy. Then there are different subjects, we have just discussed different subjects of agriculture. So in different subjects you will learn different modules, and in total if you will get some overall idea, then you will become an expert in agriculture, or a proper a proper student of agriculture, who can ensure proper knowledge, who can train the farmers for better productivity. I hope you got something from this lecture, and let me know in the comment section what you didn't get from this lecture, and what is your doubt. If you have any doubt, or if you want any proper lecture on this agriculture aspect, any concept, then just let me know. See you in the next lecture. Till then, have a great day. Bye bye.